it's Nick here from Nick's News and Reviews, typing in a protection code so I can play Jet Set Willy on the ZX Spectrum, and there we go, you hear the Moonlight Sonata playing. Now Jet Set Willy was written by Matthew Smith, no, not Doctor Who, a different Matthew Smith, and developed and published by Software Projects. It's a sequel to Manic Miner. This was published in 1984, Manic Miner the year before, 1983. And as you see, this is a significant development in platform gaming. But in terms of completion, this game is miles too big. So almost impossible to complete for the average person like myself. So it just turns into an exploration game. So let's go exploring. We always start off in the bathroom, as you would. Now the story behind this, as we go through several screens here, is a tired miner Willy has to tidy up all the items left around his house after a huge party. He knows how to rock, this man. And when this is done, his housekeeper Maria will allow him to access his bedroom. Yeah, she's quite tough, Maria. Let's go and have a look at her. I think she's in the next room. So he can't go to bed before he clears up after this massive party. Willy's mansion was bought, of course, with the wealth obtained from his adventures in Manic Miner. There's Maria. I just want to go to bed, but she won't let me until I've tidied everything up. Yeah, so most of these rooms are unexplored. So Miner Willy, to become Jet Set Willy, bought this house without even looking at it properly or getting any serious architectural reviews. So it appears to be full of strange creatures, which ain't good. Not good when you're trying to clean up. And these are possibly as a result of the previous missing owner's experiments. So I hope he got a good price for this house. Willy must explore the enormous mansion, and it is enormous, and its grounds. The nightmare room. We don't want to hang around in here. The enormous grounds, including a beach and a yacht, to fully tidy up the house so it can get some much-needed sleep. Now this game is made up of 61 screens, and it is, as you can see, a pure exploration. Come out on a number of platforms, this one, such as the popularity BBC Micro, Acorn Electron, Commodore 64 and the 16, Dragon 32, which I've never seen, the Atari 8-bit series, MSX, Amstrad CPC, and the MTX. Yes, so let's go and collect all these items, which we know we're not going to collect from all 61 screens of the game. So this music playing at the moment is a version of I Wish I Was a Rich Man, which you no doubt can tell. So let's see how long we last. Now our lives there, see a lot of down the bottom, our lives are made up of those representative coloured characters dancing away. In Manic Miner they didn't dance, here they do. But yes, this game was a major leap forward compared to anything else that had happened beforehand. Absolutely huge, this game. The Hall. Got a number of bugs in it. Also in recording, I might come up to a few lags because I must admit this isn't my first attempt at recording this. Every so often, just this game in particular, it does slow down. I'm sure you're going to notice it at some point. Not critically, but enough. On certain screens, and I think this next screen might be one of them. So get ready to shout lag, or even comment below. Oh, we might be lucky. It seems to be going okay. Yes, so a lot of things can kill you in this game. It's birds flying backward and forward. Quite often it's all about timing. But I think it goes without saying, I never ever completed this game. There were some pokes you can type in, or cheats as you will, to reduce the amount of items. But did you ever complete this game without any cheats? I very much doubt it. And if you say yes, well, you might be telling a porky pie. Each room has got its name, so at the foot of the mega tree, there's a big old house this that Jet Set Willy has got. Now he's reached the jet set with his big fortune inside the mega trunk. Well, I don't fancy my chances of going up there. I have to admit, I'm probably not going to show you all 61 screens, but I'll show you the majority, even if it takes a couple of goes. Music gets a bit repetitive at this time. Yeah, but Manic Miner, the game before, works a little bit differently. There's 20 screens. You couldn't go to the next screen until you completed each one. This is a bit more linear. You go wherever you want. Yes, but I'd say this is the most complex game, or one of the most complex games there was. Now, as huge as this was, they still released a sequel, Jet Set Willy 2, which at some point, hopefully, I'll upload for you. The main difference of that one, of course, is there was extra rooms, so it's even more difficult. As I say, it's purely exploration, this. And in the second one, you could actually catch a rocket and go into space. So if I do upload the sequel, we'll concentrate on that, because that's pretty exciting stuff. The off-license, any mansion wouldn't be complete without an off-license. This is as far as we can go in this direction, I think. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so we've got to collect all those bottles. Avoid whatever this thing is going on the conveyor belt. There's a camera there of some description. If I bump into that, then I am dead. Which isn't favourable. I don't know who's at this party, but they should have offered to at least help clear up. I mean, I think that might have been a better game, actually. The actual party itself. Oh, that's a bit close. Right. Now, if the character, Jet Set Willy, falls down a certain length, he'll die. If he hits any of the characters, he'll die. But the thing with this game is, it remembers how you enter the screen. So if you jump on and hit any of the bad guys, just by some random fluke, it goes into a random death loop. So you lose a life each time it spawns, as you will. So you could have been playing the game for about an hour or so, complete a lot of it, and then suddenly lose about 8 lives in a row. Which one might say is a bug. See, my items collected 10. I don't know how many items this game had, but I'm guessing over 100 or near 100. Time's ticking away there, 7:13. This is the bridge, which is quite ironic because there's no bridge here. So we'll have to jump it. All about timing. A lot of these games, a lot of these screens anyway. Border changes colour each time. Right, good, well done. So although there's a lot of screens, there's certain arcs where you either decide to go in one direction or another. And there's some rope swings as well on various bits, which hopefully I'll show you. But Matthew Smith done well to design this all on his own. I think no, not Doctor Who, because well, if it is Doctor Who, then he hasn't really done that well to meet the deadlines, because he could take as long as he wants, really. He could have taken about 100 years. But this is a different Matthew Smith, of course. He had the name first. Oh dear, that's not good. I don't know what these things are going up and down. I don't know what sort of experiments the previous owner was doing. But why would you buy this house with all these things in it? He must have got a good price. But it's a nice top hat though he's got there. Good. Don't own any top hats. More a Strawberry Man. Oh, he needs to get a gun or something. I think it might be easier to die here, and then I'll start again and go in the other direction. There's the boot, or the foot. There was a boot in Manic Miner, a foot in this one. Right, let's get rid of the Moonlight Sonata, start another game, and go in the other direction. So starting in the bath again. That toilet looks a bit mad. This house is haunted. What's that at the top? A pair of Brussels sprouts or something? Not of odd things. I don't know what this is. It's like a razor, is it? First landing. Some mad woman guarding the chapel there. This mansion's got a chapel as well. 8-bit graphics. Yes, it's done well there. So I presume Matthew Smith got a lot of bits of paper together, and yeah, designed a map, designed the graphics for each one. He's done a splendid job here. Splendid job. To my mind, I don't think there was a Jet Set Willy 3, but I understand on this game, if you broke into the programming, which is possible to do on a Spectrum, the language wasn't compressed in any way, it's easy to understand, which made it easier for other programmers to use his code and design their own levels and screens, which I believe happens quite a bit. So there might be other games, might be some other homebrews. If you produce any homebrews, any different versions, by all means type them in below. I'll have a look at them. If there's any links there, perhaps I'll download it and see what I think of the game, upload it, do some commentary. That'll be good. So don't be afraid there. Put some links in if you've done any projects. Have you done a Jet Set Willy 3 or something before? Okay, the cold store. There's a rope thing going across. Got to get the timing to hit this. Then we go up or down it. I believe if we go straight up to the top of the screen, we end up in the bottom of a swimming pool. And that physically doesn't even make sense. Going up a rope and then up in the bottom of a swimming pool. You think there'd be a leak. A little bit pays homage to the cold room, the second level of Manic Miner. Those penguin things going across are very similar to those. Don't really want to hit the rope again when I jump over this thing. Good. Ice cream going backward and forward. So the previous owner was doing some quite crazy experiments, one would have to say. Well, God knows how Matthew Smith programmed this. Screen updates instantly. Right, so we've got the back stairway. This is another arc route, so we can go a number of routes here, but I'm determined to show you as many screens as possible. There's the wine cellar, the tool shed, back door. No jokes about back doors. Now, I can't remember what's along here. Go down here. Might be the beach, because his mansion is on a beach as well. It's quite dangerous these days because of flooding. Tool shed. Yeah, I think it's the beach. Yeah, and I think across from here is a yacht. But, I want to show you a bit more exciting than that. Because this mansion also has battlements. In Jet Set Willy 2, across here, there's a way of getting to a watchtower to get in the rocket. But it's not on this one. But big enough as it is. Let's go past the west wing. What's across from here? But this house is miles too big for one, isn't it? Swimming pool. That woman going on the bottom can hold her breath quite well. Yeah, I mean, Maria's the housekeeper, right? So why Jet Set Willy, or Miner Willy, or Mr. Willy has to clean all this up himself? I don't know. He's rich, isn't he? The orangery? Any house that's got an orangery in it, you shouldn't be doing your own cleaning up. What are they, pliers? Right, the lag hasn't been too bad so far. Might get lucky in this recording. Numen Luni. That's Latin for something. Let's see, what is it Latin for? I did know. Oh yes, I think it means, roughly, the name of the game. So it's a bit of a clever play on words. Right, quite a few baddies here. That yellow thing on the right's not going to be a problem, I don't think. Oops. See, I dropped too far then, immediately lost a life. Not sure how bad this flashing screen is for epilepsy. It isn't too bad, is it? So it seems to be like purple and yellow, which is creating some sort of LSD-induced pink sort of thing. Just try and ignore it. 8-bit graphics. I designed a lot of 8-bit graphics myself. Not on this game, of course, nowhere near. But it was always good fun as a kid. Got some graph paper there. When it says 8-bit, each square is made up of 8 by 8 squares. And you just coloured in the ones to make your graphics. I think Miner Willy there is probably made up of about 6 squares, I would have thought. Something like that. Might be wrong. Correct me if I am. So we're on the roof. See, look, that's the flashing things there. There's a knife there or something. That's an item to collect. Right, now we get tricky. On the battlements. It's all about timing across here. I'd like to see a picture of the outside of this house. Don't know if anyone ever done a picture or realisation of it. Battlements. But you wouldn't attack this mansion, would you? And the housekeeper. We must perform a quicker fleeg. Now, this is an obscure reference to an American comic called Fat Freddy's Cat, who did a lot of odd things, including smoking pots and other unsavoury things. A quicker fleeg is a dance, apparently, around a load of dead furry animals related to an adventure he was on. So now you know. And now we have pink battlements for some reason. So you have a layer of brown battlements, and then someone's painted this area pink. I've got to avoid these arrows that are coming across, and I can't remember the timing of them. This security guard's going a bit slow. Need to get past him ASAP. Oh dear, see, look. Can't hang around with the timing here. That's 2 arrows. I'm sure I've seen this before. Yeah, so it's a bit like the last screen. He's obviously running out of names now at this stage, Matt Smith. Right, rescue Esmeralda. We're at the end of the battlements. I see Esmeralda on the top right with that door. I don't know what she was doing at the party. Who invited her? I'll rescue her. It says that, but if I get this door, I think she stays where she is, so obviously she doesn't want to be rescued. Well, I'll get this door anyway. Right, you rescued Esmeralda? No, she's staying there. Good. On top of the house. Yeah, it's a flag of some description. Right, so I've shown you the whole battlements, which is good. Don't know why this is red. What's down here? Whoops. The emergency generator. There's a pig of some description, a bit like we saw in the nightmare room. Right, well, we've got a generator. Dr. Jones will never believe this. This is a reference, of course, to the Indiana Jones trilogy. Good old Indiana Jones. He saw a number of things: the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, some weird Temple of Doom. So he'd never, even after seeing all those things, he wouldn't believe this screen. Well, I wouldn't believe the third sequel of Raiders of the Lost Ark, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I didn't believe that. So we're sort of like level. Dr. Jones would never believe this. We would never believe the fourth instalment of the Indiana Jones saga. I think that makes us even. This red bit's a bit like the vat in Manic Miner, if you remember that from my other video. Is the attic some sort of Pac-Man creature? Now, when this game was originally released, it was going to this attic, which created a lot of bugs to develop in other rooms. Apparently, it's because of this arrow. I don't fully understand the terminology, but this arrow there caused some of the other code to be corrupted. And so some screens you immediately died when you entered it. It caused some of the graphics to appear differently or in a different place. But they corrected it in a future release. Oh, conveyor belt. Oh, so we're back under the roof. So we've done a full circle there. Ice cream and a razor blade. I wouldn't order that in a restaurant. You might be different, but it's not a pairing I would. Whoops. Oh dear, I think we got a bug here. I don't know if it's the attic. I can't stop jumping. I think it's instant death. Oh dear, this ain't going to last very long. And that's it, we're dead on the conservatory roof. It's always a good place to die. So, that has been Jet Set Willy on the ZX Spectrum. Showed you a bit there, so I hope you enjoyed that. So until next time, goodbye. Goodbye!